I just haven't vlogged in a while and I just missed you a lot. So I wanted to chat with you. Oh my gosh, another huge accomplishment. I am officially done with my classes for the semester. Yay! I ended my 2 classes with an A. I got a 90 something% in both classes, and I am so proud of that accomplishment for me because that was really, really hard after not being in school for 10 years, and doing grad level classes like that was a huge adjustment for my brain. I have not had to use my brain in that capacity in so long, so I felt really dumb, really stupid throughout the entire semester when it came to schoolwork. And so it has also really encouraged me to just listen to more audiobooks and read on my Kindle a little bit more. I do have to take one more class in August next semester in line with my internship. It's asynchronous. Well, I just pulled into work. I have about 3 classes to coach tonight, and then I get to go home. I don't know. I took a nap earlier today, and that just kind of screwed me over. The nap was awful, first of all. It wasn't even a good nap. Like, it was a nap where I felt like I didn't sleep at all. I thought I was awake the entire time. And so when my timer went off to wake up from my nap, I was like, what the fuck? So that was a really bad nap. And then when I woke up, I felt like groggy and just, I don't know, it just bleh. So good morning. JD did drop off this morning. Thank you, babe. Debating if I want to go for a quick run. I don't know what it is about dogs that every time I vlog or record, she does that shit. Really? Stop. I don't know, part of me kind of wants to go for a long run today. It's like sunny outside and it's like super nice, so I really want to like soak that in. And because it's been raining all week and it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, so I'm definitely not going to be able to run outside again the rest of the week. This will be my second run of the week. My first run was only like 5 miles and it was horrible. I ran in the rain and it was awful, but I did it, so I was super proud. And then I have to do a full body workout today. Let's go for a run. I don't know how long I'm gonna run for, but I feel like it's gonna be a long one. So I changed my outfit, like completely, like from head to toe. I even changed my bra. The only thing I didn't change is my underwear. Feature socks on. Finally have my Garmin on. This is the settings that I have. I'm actually really upset because my Garmin didn't track my sleep last night, and I'm really upset about that, but this is my Garmin. I have my 2 little bracelets on. It says, one says Umma and one says half marathon. I have my thin white long sleeve on. I have my red and blue black one on. I have my 2 electrolytes that I love to carry on my long runs. And then I am wearing my red running shorts. They're like flowy. I actually got these from Target and I love them. And they have the spandex underneath with some pockets. So I have, on this side, I have 2 gels. I love, the only gel that I will ever eat is the chocolate outrage. I've tried other gel flavors before and they like make me gag, like actually, literally. And then on this side, I have my house keys that I'm gonna stick in here. And then I'm gonna put my phone in my spy belt, and then I will have my Shox Pros. Definitely due for a new pair of shoes though. Logged about 200 to 300 miles on those shoes already, and in order to prevent any injury or pain in your runs, you should be switching out your shoes every so miles. I think 300 to 500 miles is when you should be switching out your shoes. I've also heard that you should be like switching out shoes in general, like you should have more than 1 pair of shoes to run in, but your girl doesn't have the budget for that right now, so 2 pairs of shoes, 1 for indoor running and 1 for outdoor. And the one for outdoor is obviously the one that has a lot more mileage on that I need to switch out. I feel super cute. I'm gonna have my Zenni sunglasses on because I'm blind and I need to be able to see, and it's sunny outside, so very happy about the weather. I'm just really, really excited.
Last time, and I had to pay like $600. Like, there's
This is post run. I am showered, I ate, I drank water, and now I'm about to go run and pick up a coffee. I'm working an extra hour tonight for coaching. So I figure just a little hint of sugar and caffeine will be good. I also have to call my mom back. She called me like twice during my run, and I was like, I am not picking up this phone call during my run because I am not going to be able to hear you and you're not going to be able to hear me, and it'll just be a lot of frustration. So I don't know. Ooh, and we should also talk about how I have been off of TikTok and Instagram and how I'm feeling lately. I can't remember how long it's been that I've been off of those two platforms on my phone. But I feel like the first week was really hard. Like a part of me wanted to re-download Instagram on my phone, but I was just like, no. Keep going. It's going to be okay. We'll chat more about that after I get the coffee. And then light ice. And can I switch it to protein? Yeah, that's it.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you. So much. You too. Look at her. So beautiful. Family and I live in a college town, and because it's graduation season, it's like early May, everyone's like walking around. I'm passing through campus to get to Dutch Bros, and everyone's just walking around in their gowns and taking pictures, and it's just so cute and so nostalgic. Like, I feel like I literally just graduated, but I did it. It's been 10 years. To go off of what I said earlier, I deleted Instagram and TikTok a couple weeks ago now. Yeah, I don't want to be dramatic and say like, oh my god, it's been life-changing, but definitely has made an impact on my life, and I've noticed like a difference. My screen time on my phone has decreased, so I'm obviously scrolling a little less. I don't know, it's been kind of nice to not feel the urge to be like, oh my god, I have to share everything that happens in my life. Again, Instagram is one of the ways that I feel really connected with my friends, and since I've been off of it, it's just been very freeing in a way. Doing long form content, doing like YouTube videos like this, and sharing my life in this way has just been so much more present, and I feel like I don't have the pressure to feel like, oh my god, I have to share. And I have to tell my friends what's going on in my life every single time, like, and stuff like that. I don't know. It just, if I figure out a better way to explain this, I will definitely talk about it a little bit more, but it's been really nice. I still have Instagram, like I said, and I can check it on my computer and respond to messages and comment and see my friends' stories and feel connected that way, but I'm not like scrolling on it and all that stuff, and it's been really nice. TikTok I got rid of completely. Goodbye 1,300 followers that I worked so hard on. Hopefully those people found me here. There's a couple of accounts on TikTok that I really do miss, that I feel like I created some sort of like relationship, like a digital friendship over the years that I've like posted on TikTok, but hopefully those people have found me here and we can stay connected this way. I've really loved being on YouTube again and being on long form content. If any of this makes sense, I've got no idea. Oh my god, there's a bunch of caramel at the bottom of the cup and I'm trying to just like swirl it around. They always ask me if I want a straw and I always say no because I don't want to like, I'm trying to not use straws as much. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh, I don't have it on me, which I just realized earlier when I first left the house, but I did get the Garmin 265S. I got rid of my Venue 3S. I sold it and I used that money to get the 265S Forerunner, and I really do love it. I run a plan and guide which show up on my Garmin app and on my watch, and it'll tell you like, hey, today you have a tempo run, or hey, today you have a long run or a short run, and all these things. And I loved that so much. Like, you could start your workout on the watch and it'll record on Strava and Runna, so you don't have to like do anything else separately. You don't have to input your runs or data in that way. The watch just does it all for you. It just all connects perfectly.
not enough tubes.
We're trying to get the pegs into the thingamajiggy by flipping them.
I did it!
Yay! I got my test results. So if you watched my previous vlogs, I talked about my overall health and well-being and things like that. And I got my test results back. Everything is pretty good. The two main concerns that they found for me was that I am on the verge of being pre-diabetic if I do not change my diet. And my cholesterol is a little high. I work out so much, like, why am I pre-diabetic? And my husband's like, Esther, you eat like shit. Like, you do not work out enough for the amount of crap that you eat and put in your body. So I'm gonna get my labs done again in August or September of this year and see if they get any better after the summer. I just finished a book. It's very rare that I finish a book, by the way, because I take forever to read a book. But this book, I read it as an audiobook. So I just finished The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I enjoyed it so much that I got the second book in the series, which is called The Happy Ever After Playlist. And I'm really excited. I checked it out from the library. That wasn't available on the Hoopla audio book on the app. It was not available, so I had to go to the library and just check out the physical copy. So I'll be reading a physical book, and I am so excited. I genuinely do love to consume stories and books in all different platforms, I guess. I noticed that I read the fastest on my Kindle than a physical book, and I finish a book faster when I'm listening to it as an audiobook. Also, I've also found like children's books on the Hoopla app, and Theo has been obsessed, like annoyingly obsessed actually. Like every time we get in the car, he's like, Oma, I want Pete the Cat. I want Pete the Cat. So I literally have like 5 or 6 Pete the Cat books on my account that's checked out in my audiobook account. I also have the Pow Pow Fish on there, and I tried to find Disney stories on here, but I just wasn't able to find them. I'll probably try to look for them later. But he loves audiobooks and stories as well. So definitely love that for my family. I want to run a full marathon so bad. Like there's a couple of full marathons that I can sign up for in like September and October of this year, but I have to control myself and tell myself that no, I cannot afford to run another race this year. I have been training as I am going to run my own marathon by myself, run my own race. I just want to prove to myself that I can run 26.2 miles. And I have been watching a lot of vlogs. I've been feeling so inspired. But yeah, definitely having the bug of wanting to run a full marathon so bad. I'm going to hold off until next year. I'm done racing for 2026 because this was budgeted and this was planned. So now I will be like this year. If anything this year, I'm just going to be planning for my races for next year in 2027. So very excited, and I'm excited to just run on my own. So I've been sleeping like crap lately, but on purpose. Which is obviously not very adult or responsible of me, but I don't care. So JD and I started a new show called Reacher on Amazon Prime, and I have been very hooked and obsessed. We finished season 1, and last night we finished season 2. We have one more season to watch, so I'm hoping that we can finish that season by next week at the latest, so that I don't have anything that I'm like binging on. It is such an amazing show. I love it so much. I think it's so good. It's a lot of action, thriller, mystery. It is super violent. Anyway, it's just a good show, and it's been a very long time since I found a really good show that I like, so I have been obsessed. So that's why I have been I've been averaging almost like 4 or 5 hours of sleep lately, and I have really big dark circles under my eyes. I'm about to put on some eye patches while I go drop off the kid at daycare.
And after that, I have a psych appointment. We're doing a follow-up on how well the Wellbutrin is doing, and I will let you guys know. A quick summary on that, talk a little bit about mental health.
I just got out of my psych appointment and I picked up my prescription refill. So a little update on my mental health. For the past year, I was on a prescription called fluoxetine, which is a type of Prozac to help with my depression and anxiety. However, as I was taking that over the year, I've learned that a lot of my symptoms fell more on my calendar of my menstrual cycle. This past 6 months, I have been meeting with a psychiatrist, and I explained my symptoms with them, and they explained to me that we could try another type of prescription to see if that will help with my symptoms and what I'm kind of explaining to them and all that jazz. They recommended to be on a form of Wellbutrin, which is not an SSRI. It is let me look it up. It's an antidepressant. It can also work by boosting dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain, which can improve focus and energy levels. So in the past month that I've been taking the Wellbutrin, I've experienced tiredness actually, which is completely weird. Like, I told my psychiatrist this just now, and I was like, yeah, I was like sleepy in the first like 2-3 days when I first started taking the Wellbutrin. And she goes, what? And she was just like, that is so wild. Like, that's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to increase your energy. It's supposed to be like an inhibitor for that. And so I was like, yeah, I was about to like fall asleep. Like, I did not have any trouble falling asleep, taking naps when I was taking the Wellbutrin. I've noticed that when I skip a meal on the Wellbutrin, I'm like nauseous and I'm about to like throw up. Like, I feel like I'm pregnant again. It was horrible. So I did experience that. But yeah, the biggest thing is that it didn't really affect my energy level too much. I started my mental health journey back in college. I went to counseling, and then I went to group therapy. And then as an adult, after I graduated college, I did one-on-one therapy for just myself. And it wasn't consistent though. So I did move around a little bit. And because I wasn't at a place, like in a stable place, finding a new therapist that is within your network is kind of hard. There were gaps in my adulthood where I like didn't go to therapy, or I just didn't schedule it, or I was just too busy, or it wasn't a part of my priority. And then I got pregnant, and then that was a whole nother mental health thing, right? Because my hormones are all fucked up. And then postpartum, and then now, I feel like myself again. I didn't start like working out and doing all these things until 1.5 to 2 years postpartum. Everyone's journey is so different, but truly, like, giving birth and having your hormones all whacked up it truly affects your life. It did for me, and that was my personal experience. So I'm just really, really excited to be at a place in my life right now where I feel like myself again. I can take care of myself, prioritize my well-being overall, so that I can positively impact my family. And it's just been eye-opening. So mental health is very important. It's a part of your holistic healing. If your mental health is whacked up, most likely something else is going to be messed up. Like, you're probably unstable in a lot of other ways, like your diet or your sleep and all these things. Like, they all definitely work cohesively together. I will keep you guys updated on my mental health, especially throughout my life, because I feel like it's ever so changing as you are growing as a human being. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.